Hey yo, what is going on everybody? Depraved Slash here, and we are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are. So we have kind of dubbed Wednesdays as Rap Battle Wednesdays.
He has. Okay.
Yeah. So I was doing like at least one a day for a while, and then I even personally started getting a little burnt out on just doing them all the time. So I kind of took a week or two off from even doing one.
Right.
And I've kind of been itching again.
Might want to get that checked.
Maybe.
Yeah. But you did just do a couple.
Last week. That's Wednesday, actually.
Okay. All right. It's Wednesdays. All right.
I'm excited for this one for a reason. Because I'm a horror fan, so that's
Okay, yeah, this one in particular.
yeah.
Me too.
So I've said in the last Freshy Kanal video, which was the Charlie Chaplin and Mr. Bean battle, I was like, I think this is the first live action one I've personally seen from Freshy. And then I got two other comments of different live action ones. Both of them I really want to do because, so like this one, I'm not a big fan of Ghostface as a person, or as like a horror character, but I am a fan of Samara.
Right, okay.
Whereas in the other one is where I'm not a big fan of Forrest Gump. I am a big fan of Waterboy. I also find 9 times out of 10, I always almost end up voting against my favorite.
Right.
Because of how well people usually write the bars towards them.
Right. Right.
So, yeah. I'm pulling for Samara here, but she's probably going to lose.
Such a doubter.
And if I don't get at least one, what's your favorite scary movie reference from Ghostface? Mad. No, I'm pretty sure we'll get one.
Hopefully.
What's your favorite scary movie? Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Just answer him.
Right.
She's just lonely. Just wanted a phone call.
Yeah. So yeah, with that being said, we are not going to waste any more time. I'm going to slash it up and break it down. This is Freshy Kanal. This is Ghostface versus Samara. Let's get it.
Samara Morgan versus Ghostface.
In 7 days, your sunny fame will get erased. Forever hated, devastated, choking on your petty rage against sedated slasher specializing in edgy teens. I've seen meaner scream queens squealing on MTV.
She's not wrong. Although, look, I liked the Scream movie, the first one.
Funny story. The MTV Scream Queens thing, for those of you that don't know, is a reference to a show that used to be on MTV called Scream Queens. It was a reality TV show where they got like 7 or 8 women into a house together that was ran, if I remember correctly, by the chick from Halloween.
Yeah.
That I cannot remember her name for some reason. This happened to me when I was trying to think of Nancy Thompson's name the other day for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
And now it's Halloween, and I'm like, fuck, what is her name? What is her name?
Oh, dude. I'm so...
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Thank you. I could picture her perfectly. Yes.
I'm pretty sure... No, actually, it wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis. It was... Now, this one, I'm not going to remember her name. It was the chick from Saw that was the host.
Oh.
The chick that got thrown in the needle pit, if you
remember.
remember.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I don't remember her actual name. And actually now the reason why I remember that she was the host of it is because the winner of that season was going to be in a Saw movie.
Oh, okay.
Later on.
All right.
Which I don't remember the name of the chick that won either, but I remember what Saw movie she was in.
Okay.
Because I was like, hey, that was the girl that won Scream Queens. Yeah, I actually liked the show because they actually did a good job of actually scaring the females at times.
Right.
Like they had this room full of dolls once, and there was one person dressed up as a doll sitting in the dolls. I'm pretty sure it was a little person.
A little bit. This is going nowhere good.
And they're sitting in, like, they're dressed up as a doll amidst all these dolls, and they were going to get their, like, task of the day, or whatever it was that they were supposed to do. And after they got done reading it, the doll jumped out at them and started chasing them through the fucking house. It was amazing.
Alright.
Anyways.
Isn't Scream Queens also now with, Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, but it's been made into a TV series? Has the chick from, American Horror Story in it.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I haven't watched TV in so long.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw like one or two episodes of it when it first started. I haven't watched TV in a really long time, but I know Jamie Lee Curtis was in it, and the blondie from, the Coven part of American Horror Story.
Also, there are 2 new Scream movies coming out.
2?
They're making 2 new Scream movies, and they're actually bringing back the chick that played Sydney.
Neve Campbell.
And then they're also bringing back the dude that played Dewey.
Okay. Lilia? No. He's the cop.
David
right?
Arquette.
Yeah, David Arquette.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I said I liked the first one.
Well, they're bringing back the cast from the first one. That was the...
Yeah, but Drew Barrymore died very quickly in the first one. And so did Rose McGowan. Although that was my favorite scene out of the whole thing. Her in the garage door.
Right. Sorry, guys, that took a long deviation there.
Really long.
Slash specializing in edgy teen. I've seen meaner screen queens squealing on MTV. I'm the first known sensation from Asia to get the West Craven. You're the last one.
Ooh! I'm the first sensation from Asia
Wes Craven.
to get the West Craven. So, it is originally a Japanese movie by the name of Ringu.
Right.
That was remade and brought out here in America. Now, I actually like the American one as much as the original one. A lot of people definitely dislike it compared to the original.
Right.
I think it's just as good. Now, what we didn't get that saddens me is we did not get The Ring versus The Grudge, which is a movie where Samara goes up against one of the ghosts from the Japanese version of it. It's actually really fucking good.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, and then Wes Craven, obviously, guys. Wes Craven is a
horror
director.
That's why I mentioned
Who
it.
did Nightmare on Elm Street.
He did a lot.
Hills Have Eyes. There's a lot. You motherfucker. Somehow it muted. What the shit was that?
From Asia to get the West Craven. You're the last one people think of when they hear West Craven. Abandoned by your mother and it drove you to insanity.
West Craven. Because we crave
stuff from...
So that was the play on words there. Light bulb moment.
What people think of when they hear West Craven. Abandoned by your mother and it drove you to insanity. So you'll bite another bullet. Guess it runs in the family.
Sir, can I bite someone new? Please. You must have misheard me. I said I like scary movies.
I didn't think he was going to come in that quick.
I like scary movies.
Oh, no. I like his sound, too. They did a really good job with
the call box sound.
Sir, can I bite someone new? Please. You must have misheard me. I said I like scary movies. You would think by now you're used to getting played, but I can help you out if you really want to.
Hang up, list everything you ripped off. I'd rather take my mouth shut. Stringy hair, ghost girl couldn't have been more washed up. Ideally, but then your hopes for a fairy.
Wow,
Washed
couldn't be
up.
more what?
Because she comes out of the well.
Okay. That's a good double.
Yeah.
I like that. I was a little curious about his flow first coming out of the call part.
Right.
But
he's doing fine. Yeah.
It's shaped out.
Shot, stringy hair, ghost girl couldn't have been more washed up. Idyllic, but then your hopes for a fairy tale drown. So Samara, can you let your fans down? What a cliche mess right on a...
Samara, can you please let your fans down?
But the fairy tale drowned, she is a ghost story, Japanese ghost story of a woman that was drowned in a well. Not that it's not a...
Right, which they also play that into Rapunzel.
Mm-hmm.
Let your hair down, let your fans down. So it was a nice little...
Because she's always shown with her long ass hair all the way, yeah.
It was a nice touch. And I think I also know why they chose these two horror people, because both of them interact with people over phones.
Oh.
Because you remember Samara, whenever you watch the tape, she's like 7 days.
That's true. Oh. Okay. That was my light bulb moment.
Samara, can you let your fans down? What a cliche mess right on a VHS. Just so your franchise can replay death. My screen time made your dreams work till I slayed you. With your
My screen time made your dreams work, dream work.
Yep.
franchise can replay death. My screen time made your dreams work till I slayed you. With your screen time, you shouldn't really call yourself a breakthrough.
Trapped in the waters, but protected by God. Drop the facade, you're useless, even your rules are flawed.
Wrong answer, your reboot trash is lackluster. Barely at the bottom of the bargain, been a blockbuster.
When there was the blockbusters.
Although, fun fact, I own the entire Ring series. I think.
Not on VHS.
No, they're all on DVD. The Ring, Ring 2. I don't have Rings. I used to. I think I took it over to someone's house and ended up leaving it there.
Right.
But yeah, I don't own any Screams. Again, I was never a big Scream fan.
See, and I really like the first Scream.
Well, here's my problem with Scream. I don't think it's a horror movie.
Right.
And it gets lumped in with horror just because the guy's in an outfit.
Right.
But my thing is, it's more of a whodunit mystery thriller. Because you're spending the entire movie trying to guess who the killer is.
Well, okay, so you're saying it's more of a psychological thriller.
And I don't think, because to me, horror movies are movies that, at least to some degree, are trying to scare you.
Right.
This movie never really tries to scare you. I mean,
There's a fair number of jump scares, though. So, I had seen the movie in the theaters with my friend. At the time, my best friend's name was Sydney, so she was super psyched when we saw the preview.
Sydney.
Yeah. So we went, and we saw it, and then my birthday was coming up, and my parents... I grew up in a house that was nowhere near any street lights, and the family room with the TV was all glass to the outside. And so for that opening scene where he scares the daylights out of Drew Barrymore's character by just hitting the glass from the outside, I'm right here. We walked through my sister's room and around outside, and it was pitch dark out with the glass, and there's 10 kids. This is my only birthday party, by the way. Might be the reason I never had another group come for my birthday again. Anyway, we walked around and we stood outside the glass and waited for him to hit the glass in the movie, and slammed against the glass, and I have never seen a group of people synchronized jump off the floor. That they must have they all caught air. And these are 14, 15-year-olds.
Right.
It was amazing. I liked that movie. And I would have classified it as at least a thriller.
I didn't hate it, the movie. I disliked the fact that it's lumped in with horror.
Yeah. Because
it's just not horror to me. And people are like, oh, it's like a slasher. I'm like, and I think that's another one of my problems too, is it's a horror movie based on the stigma of horror movies.
Right, but you're such a slasher fan, and it's truly not really a slasher. I mean, it has its moments.
It's supposed to be, but
it has its moments. But yeah,
I like my supernatural slashers, not my humanist slashers. No, I like when they take supernatural slashers and make them more human.
Yeah,
Friday the 13th remake is my favorite in the entire series. People are going to crucify me for that.
Right.
But it's because he's an actual hunter and he runs after people. He has a complex
There's reasons why he always seems to pop up where
Right.
Yeah. I like the backstory that they offer. That's why I like the remakes. But I see what you're saying. we're gonna own that first one at some point.
Probably.
I don't need the whole series though.
Reboot trash is lackluster. Barely at the bottom of the bargain bin at Blockbuster.
So formulate, you're more suited for Scooby-Doo. Stuck in Nintendo's loop of Sydney eluding you.
And there we go. The whodunit thing.
Yeah. And then the character being the voice of Scooby-Doo and playing Shaggy in the live action.
Zoinks!
Yep, okay, that's amazing.
Scoob!
Scoob.
Ruh-roh.
Jinkies.
Formulate, you're more suited for Scooby-Doo. Stuck in Nintendo's loop of Sydney eluding you, huh? Coming at me, choking on your phone and lines, please. I'm screwing you over worse than caller ID.
Alright, that was good.
It's like your phoned in lines. That's amazing.
We had those people. If you're too young to remember.
Yeah, so when we were younger, caller ID wasn't like built into phones. You had to actually go out
Like
and buy
box.
a box that your phone line connected into, that then connected into the phone itself.
Complicated lines, and
It
it was expensive.
Yes, it was like an extra $40 a month
Right.
on the phone bill just to have.
It say blocked.
Most of the time, it seemed like that was always what it said, was blocked.
Yeah.
Like every now and again, it'll actually pop up with somebody's number. Most of the time, it was like, we don't know who it is.
Right. No clue.
Thank you for the $40 a month of uselessness.
Suited for Scooby-Doo. Stuck in Nintendo's loop of Sydney eluding you, huh? Coming at me, choking on your phone and lines, please. I'm screwing you over worse than caller ID. Talk about your franchise like you're one to boast. Enough with your sequels, just give up the ghost. We both know exactly what it's like to take a dive. To be blunt, your role couldn't get your ratings high.
She has a point. The other thing that she mentioned, the Ghostface, and then she is a vengeful ghost. That's another
And then
reason
Take the
for
Dive
payoff.
was because she fell into a well.
Right.
But at the same time, his movie series fucking
Plummeted.
plummeted.
Yeah.
Well, and it doesn't help either. Ghostface is, if I remember correctly, I didn't watch like the very last Scream movie that came out.
Right.
So I'm not sure, which was Scream 4. I did watch 1, 2, and 3, but if I remember correctly, through 1 through 3, I don't think it was ever the same person twice, was it? Because the
no.
first movie, it was 2 people.
It was. Well, they were working together, but yes.
And then the next movie was somebody.
See, I've seen 2 and 3. I don't think I may have seen 4. The problem is I've only seen those like once, so I'm having a hard time recollecting them. But yeah, the first one was the 2 boyfriends working together.
Like, and then if I remember correctly, I think that was another issue I had with the series as a whole, is most slashers and most horror movies, granted, the actor may change because they're just not willing
But the
to
character
replay
is
the
the
role,
same.
but the character's the same. Whereas Ghostface, it's always like, it almost
Who
gives you that
knows?
anybody can be Ghostface.
But
feel,
I
and
think honestly that was part of the
what they were going
script.
for.
Yeah, that was because they were talking about real life monsters and I hinting at how they could come to be in terms of, I mean, the dude blaming Sid's mother for sleeping with his dad and all sorts of crap for his own problems or his family problems and revenge, and the other guy was just like, yeah, I'm just along because I think this is fucking cool. And then he got cast in Scooby-Doo. Huh. All right.
Zoinks!
Yeah, makes you wonder.
He actually got really pissed off because he's not Scooby-Doo in the new Scooby-Doo movie. And they didn't even tell him they recast somebody else.
I think that's... he
I'd have
was
been pissed.
Yeah, he was right to be pissed.
Like,
and
'cause
he's
he was
been
even
in
like-
an amazing Scooby-Doo.
Well, and he's even been like, or not Scooby-Doo, the guy who
Shaggy.
played Shaggy.
I should say Shaggy.
He's even gone on to say, like, honestly, if they'd have just called and told
wouldn't have
me,
been a problem.
it wouldn't have been an issue. But they just legit didn't call.
Right.
They just recasted, and
Right.
I'd have been pissed.
Yeah, he's actually an amazing actor. He's a super nice guy too. So he's being honest.
He was also the dude in 13 Ghosts.
Yeah, he's being honest when he says that he wouldn't have had a problem if they had just told him and been upfront about it.
Right.
Nice guy. 13th Ghost is definitely my favorite.
13 Ghosts.
Yeah, well, whatever. I am exhausted. Thank you for that. It's definitely his fault.
It is not my fault I couldn't sleep last night. I tried.
What it's like to take a dive. To be blunt, your role couldn't get your ratings high.
Unstoppable boy Jason, you can't stop the bloodshed. Should've known, never assumed the killer is dead. Face it, Grudge Girl, you will never be my equal.
Wow.
Grudge Girl.
Grudge Girl. So, comparing it to the Grudge.
Yep. Yep.
I don't remember what the Grudge Girl's name is.
I don't know. Is it ever mentioned?
It's like Rico or something like that.
Okay.
It is. So I actually own the manga for The Ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's another one I lost.
Oh.
Motherfucker was like this thick, and that was just one volume. It was actually really good too. Again,
I believe it.
I prefer manga over anime, and like if they make manga versions of horror, Japanese horror,
Right.
I think they're so much better than I don't know. But yeah,
Books always better.
I had that, and there was also they actually made The Ring versus The Grudge into a manga as well, and I had it. And they said her name in that, but I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
Assume the killer is dead. Face it, Grudge Girl, you will never be my equal. The body count's capped out, so there's no need for a sequel.
Who won? Who's next?
He's saying he's catching bodies here.
Huh?
Is that his way of saying he's catching bodies here?
I guess so. I also like the mic drop
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
They're next. Rock bottom.
Garbage Gothic.
She was the one that you liked in the other one.
I think so.
NF versus Billie Eilish, right? Did an excellent job in that one.
As in his Ghostface.
He's just as goofy as Lilliard, too.
It would legit be fun to do a rap battle sometime.
Especially with goofy people like that. You'd have a
Right.
blast. I like that they used the school front.
You
as
know,
well.
to be honest, this is a hard choice, though. On who I
They
think
both
won.
had...
Because they both did really well.
Honestly, I feel like Ghostface had it. And I know at the beginning that was your prediction in terms of...
It's
Your
almost
favorite's always gonna-
how it always goes for me.
I just think he had more pointed barbs.
Is that a
That-
knife joke?
Uh-huh. It wasn't meant to be, but it is now. I don't know. She mentioned the franchise a lot, whereas I don't know. Felt
Well,
more personal.
And I think the thing about The Ring, too, is people don't... 2 doesn't as well, not part 2. I think the thing about The Ring is people usually don't think of it as a franchise, because the second movie a lot of people try to forget about. I enjoy it, but it was definitely weird.
Okay. Yeah.
Because, like, Samara was trying to, like, kidnap her son or some weird shit. Or trying to possess him.
Okay. I mean...
Or did possess him, actually. It was weird, like I said. I just...
Mama's boy?
Yeah. Because it was the same mom and child from the first movie.
Right.
Yeah, anyways. So... I'll agree with you on this one. For me, it could go either way.
It really, I mean, it was very close. I'm just saying that I felt like his was a little bit more personal, and I really liked how he came into the whole thing as well. Giving him an extra point for the call in to the producer.
Still mad we didn't get a what's your favorite scary movie line.
That is upsetting. Or rules. You
Or-
know, the other thing that he didn't do.
Or a 7 Days reference.
Well, the other thing, he always had rules, too, and he could have used that scheme in here somewhere.
I'm sure they probably pondered a lot of that.
I'm sure they did.
There's so much you could use from
They're
both
like,
these
guys,
fucking
we
movies.
went over this, and we're like, yes, we know. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I think if they'd have rap battled over the phone, it would have been more hilarious than them being
At
in
least
person.
part of it.
Right.
At least. Well,
Well,
and
because
then if
Ghostface
he
started
held-
on the phone.
And
but-
if he held the, what are those things? The voice modulator. That would have cracked me up. I don't know. There's always things they could do.
Right.
Always. Like, I could use another of the, garage door, dog door flap scene. That would be fun. Favorite part of that movie.
You were talking about your experience with Scream.
Oh, you mean when I scared the shit out of people that were supposed to be my friends?
So
They weren't after by the way.
the Ring came out before me and my ex-wife even started dating. But we were talking about The Ring, and so she told me a story of an issue or something that happened to her, where they'd just gotten home from watching The Ring. So they get home. It's the middle of the night, completely dark in the house, and she goes to walk into her living room, and the TV turns on, and it was late enough that there was nothing on, so it was the snowy
Static.
screen. And this is before cable,
Changed all
that. So it was all static, and she was kind of like, okay, this is not right. So she walks up to the TV, turns it off, steps back like 3-4 steps, it comes back on. At this point, she's starting to panic a little bit. And then I guess one of her friends seen this happening. So she goes up, turns the TV back off, steps back, TV comes back on. And one of her friends at this point decided to call.
I like this friend. You're like, I would have done that too.
So it turns out she was stepping on the TV remote, which is what was causing the TV to come on.
Oh, girl.
Oh,
All right.
life is grand.
I'm
Scaring
sad
people's
that wasn't
fun.
a time when people were recording everything.
Right.
There are certain things that I wish got recorded, and then everything else, y'all need to put your phones down. That would have been one of those moments that
Oh yeah.
save for posterity and your kids to watch their mom freak out over. That would be great.
But yeah, for me, either one could have won. I guess I could slide it to.
We can have one for one.
They both did really well.
They did. I mean, we can do one for one. I'll be for Team Ghostface, and you can be for Team Samara.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It works. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it. If you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below what did you think of Ghostface vs Samara from Freshy Kanal. Also, be sure to comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reaction to. Check the description below for the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, BitChute, as well as the original link to this video. You'll also find links to the bar, Discord, as well as the YouTube page. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it. We love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Cannot wait to see the brave people later. Peace.